love in the world. You know these Kotal players would be their forefront, front row and center, really putting in as much time as possible into that character and seeing the success because of it. And Aztec, definitely a shining example of that. But Kotal Kahn versus Cabal, this is a matchup that you don't see too often, despite the characters being quite common in the online space.
It's not often that you see them just go head-to-head. And honestly, I think that's not a matchup thing. I think that's just by pure coincidence. Because Cabal, I mean, there's an argument for Cabal being the strongest overall character in the history of Mortal Kombat competitively.
It's an interesting talking point, but it's true.
Because you probably wouldn't have maybe had him there beforehand, purely because in MK11 early, he wasn't like super top tier, right? He was kind of mid-tier. The moment Ultimate happens...
I feel like that's a hot take. If we go back to like how we thought in year one, it's like some of us thought he was like really slept on, and some of us thought, well, basically it used to be that Cabal was really good, but there were some really prominent characters that he had to chase. And despite Cabal being like canonically the fast character of MK,
hey man,
his ground speed wasn't all that.
The second custom variation existed that pushed Cabal into the absolute discussion of, is this character actually the most outrageous we've ever had?
Well,
ever?
I mean, Cabal is in those conversations of top 5 a lot more than ever before these days, especially in MK11. But Kerbo, of course.
Big jump!
Ooh, opening up big with a jump kick.
That's a bit of optimization there too, just to maximize that corner situation.
No, these Cabals that have the time and the character that Kerbo does and the like, they have those optimals on deck. They're going to be hitting 400 a touch off those like really good openings. And this is going to be one of those matchups that we're going to see health bars just deplete. These are two high damage characters, especially by this game standards.
Speaking of which, Aztec going in for the Amplify there, just to make sure we can keep him in the corner. The regular one, you can't choose direction. It's the Amplified version that you now can. Couldn't day one, but you can. Lovely
we've been talking, right? These are two characters that have seen some changes, but I mean, they've still been a threat, especially in the hands of players like these. But that corner control is now Kerbo's. Good throw tech. Oh, the hard read, though, on that.
Ooh.
Didn't quite work out. Big. Oh, okay, no, there it is again. The armor break.
Didn't spend the meter. Did not spend the meter. I mean, even though the KB was ready to go, I think that would have been
no, but you would have lost the corner, right? If you amplify it, that's when you side switch.
Oh.
And that would have been no good tries. Oh.
Definitely tried to wake up uppercut, I think. I'm sure I saw it.
We just saw it from Aztec there. I don't know if it was a wake up uppercut, but it was a really high up anti-air uppercut, and it led to a big amount of damage.
Oh my god, Cabal just flew over that cat. Double jump.
And we're using the interactable. Okay, so we're going to get the interactable off the field, but we are going to see some damage.
Yo, escape failed. That's not good news for Aztec.
That was one of those throws, right? You've got that crushing bow throw and run direction, so you want to go for the quote-unquote wrong direction, throw him out of the corner, but load that crushing blow. It's a tale as old as time in MK11, but it's as effective as ever.
Aztec was happy to let that string rock as well. I mean, Kerbo's literally just used all of his meter, so he's not going to be able to flawless block punish, so let's just take it. Can't quite pick anything up from that. You got to watch out for these jumps now.
Ooh.
Flawless blocking those jump-ins at this point, so important. Stops him being able to use the dash, which, speaking of which, comes out with yet another one. Is there a break? Not quite. And then the break waits for the air dash. I like that patience. However, can't get hit!
Sneaky anti-cross-up this time. We do spend the bar, but that fatal blow is loaded. That will end things. Tries the counter poke. Aztec definitely thinking a little bit too far ahead there. That's a very common thing with Kotal Kahn players, right? Go for that
Too
down
common.
one.
Too common for it to work in that situation.
But then it does work, and then you're like, yeah, I knew it. But that's common, right? Because it is like it's a mid-fatal blow, and it's very quick. So down one into it, you're used to kind of seeing the down one trying to move, and of course, if you try and move on the read of a throw, a tick throw or something, then you're gonna get clipped. But not this time. A little bit late on the whiff punish though. Kerbo trying to go for a up 3 from downtown.
Must have expected an advancing mid.
Oh, for sure.
Must have made the call out.
I mean, if you're expecting a mid from like 3/4 of the range, like, Kurtle's the character you expect it from. And there's the cat. One good thing about this move right here, that amplified cat doing a respectable amount of damage by itself. 174, that is going to add up. Oh, and again, Aztec. So bold with those, just the raw armor break attempts. In that case, maybe less for armor breaking, just more just catching. Just clipping you.
I dare you to walk into it, mate. That's what he's saying. Shouts to that Shaolin Monk's machine in the background.
Never technically existed, but happy to see it.
What a game.
Oh, does it? No,
there's the fatal blow.
But this doesn't kill. This is Kurtle. Kurtle survives this. Kind of bold for Kerbo to use this now. It's going to give him a definite life lead, but if you lose this round, that's an important piece of utility gone.
Aztec chips it down. Really, he's the one that has to. There's the down 2 to challenge it. That gives him a breath of fresh air.
Oh my god!
So cheeky, yet such a Kotal Kahn thing to do. Aztec nodding saying, yeah, you know what? That was pretty good, wasn't it? Yeah, pretty happy with that.
Oh, and there it is.
Counter hit!
And that is why Aztec has been fishing for that sword special.
Oh, Kerbo, where's your health gone, mate?
No, but that is exactly why, you know, Cabal,
Oh!
absolute menace with the air dash, but what's going to stop it? The instant startup and massive hitbox of that rising sword. We've already seen one crushing blow and one by itself, and this is a Cabal that is at death's door instantly.
We just got the purest.
That's got to be death, right?
I mean, he'll break
Oh,
it.
no! Okay, no, I think you can break before. Not
The
guaranteed.
forward one string, that KB, you have like the smallest split second to break, but you can do it.
Well, it's one of those things that like, if you're playing online and it's like you're against someone that maybe doesn't know the matchup, it's like, well, I know this technically can be broken, but I don't trust that they're going to beat it in time, right? Crowd getting behind Aztec. Shout outs to Saki. But, you know, again, you know, if you're playing online, there's that small window. You think, oh, I'll do it anyway. But at this level of play, you can guarantee that players will know that. Especially here, right? You know, we're in that round of 64 now.
Ooh.
We have gone from 400 to 64 in just a few hours, my friends.
Rare combo drop there from Kerbo. Normally one to be a bit of a master of the old execution. Never watched him back in MK9.
Well, no, but that's the thing, though, right? You know, Cabal, as much of a menace as he was in MK9, was one of the harder characters to execute, right? Very, you know, muscle memory heavy and a lot of cancels. And even though Cabal has these tricky optimals, you know, someone like Kerbo is going to have him on deck. Still, though, ooh, no, maybe that was like a failed flawless block attempt.
I mean, I feel like that was a flawless block. I mean, there's no way you just neutral jump into it without getting it. Or maybe he tried to short hop something. Either way, we didn't have much time to think about it because this round's about to come to a close. Respect being shown by Aztec. Can afford to take a throw. Granted, did try and tech it. The escape failed. Music to your ears if you're a Cabal player in this situation. The fatal blow as well. I mean, that's a dangerous mix-up.
No, for real. There's 303 left for Aztec. We're a few percent away from that crushing blow throw being all she wrote.
I like how Aztec used the cat closer. Further away, and I feel like Kerbo would have flawless blocked it. I just feel
tries to chase it down! No, okay, I'll tell you what. That looked like knowledge to me from Aztec. That looked like I can whiff the cat from this range, and I won't have to worry about getting dashed. I might be thinking too much ahead of myself, but I do think.
Counter hit again,
oh
Jake!
My goodness! And there it is, the KB. But I feel like if anyone's going to have that like real nitty-gritty knowledge of Kotal, it's going to be someone like Aztec.
I mean, if you're a Kotal player, you've probably fought a few Cabals. If you're a Cabal player, you've probably fought a few Kotals. You know what I mean?
No, for real. I mean, though, these are two characters that have just seen a lot more play, especially over the last few months, right? In this kind of final patch that we see ourselves in for a long time. Oh, the quick movement.
The Wavu into command grab, that is someone that is now feeling themselves.
Well,
the confidence is coming out.
But it's not a matchup that you can really use a lot of Kotal's amazing grounded movement, right? Because how much of the match is Cabal kind of just going to be dashing around with a slight gas and really just keeping you in place regardless. So finding it when he can. But okay, Kerbo going to hit that good mid. This is not going to even things out. No, there's another drop from Kerbo.
He wanted the side switch. He wanted to save the double jump and he wanted to side switch it first. But
ooh,
combo gravity. The whiff!
Okay, now this is spaghetti all over the floor round. This is not a round anyone wants to lose because the mental
Wait,
damage.
has he still got the KB?
He will, but I don't think it kills. No, okay, no, I think maybe it wasn't there or maybe he didn't spend it. I don't think it would have killed even if he did.
That's Kotal we're talking about. Chip damage and pushback, but that pushback puts Kotal into somewhere he very much wants to be. But Kerbo's got to be careful because we are now entering Ray territory.
That was
even
an
with
empty
the fatal
jump
blow,
too.
the tech,
Ooh.
safe. Oh, the grab, there's the read, but I think he's alive. Kotal Khan.
10 seconds left, but only a few.
Oh, that any other character. Well, not quite any other character, but most characters dead there. Kotal Khan, more health. We live, baby. We live.
And, it's less than before, right? You know, Kotal Khan used to have that 1100, now just 1050, but still, it makes a lot of all the difference in the world.
It was enough to save him.
But again, you know, what I like about Aztec though is that Kotal Khan down 2, you know, kind of like instant down 2 isn't really a thing that a lot of characters can do, but those that can really thrive. Like that kind of instant startup, that kind of scooping hitbox to it.
With
good
punish.
with punish Kerbo.
Just dedicating all the way now. Another wonderful throw tech there from Aztec. Actually does choose to amp it. Not worried too much about the corner situation. The break! Oh, God! There's half of it. 35, just like that. Blink and you'll miss it, folks.
I feel like every match that Aztec has hit that KB is a match that Aztec has won. Ooh, that was a really high up catch. I almost wonder if Kerbo could have converted if he was a little closer.
Kerbo trying to jump because honestly that 1-2 command grab, it's such a scary mix-up, especially when the cat's ready to go. And Aztec, one of the original Kotal Khans in this game, actually using the totemic variation, the one that was built around the cat.
Yeah, I could barely remember that it was even called totemic. It feels like a lifetime ago. But that's the thing though, right? Aztec is a Kotal specialist through and through. Even when everyone was just playing the command grab, launcher, Aztec was right there doing his homework.
Escape failed.
Now, that's not going to be so useful right now, but that is going to be a really... Oh my goodness!
God, Curbo will be shaking his head at that one.
These uppercuts have been winning the set for Aztec. Like, they are so out of nowhere, but always on the mark. Oh, that's the anti-air. Aztec just knows this matchup to a science. So comfortable.
I mean, why else would you preemptively use that just massive hitbox special? Because you're against Kabal, for crying out loud.
No, but how many times have we seen him like whiff it, but it's at a range that it seems quite hard to punish, or there's not a lot of recovery? Like, Aztec is throwing it out at ranges that it's got a really good success rate, and even if it doesn't work,
oh my
who
God.
cares?
And that was just straight up, I'm gonna uppercut
that
in your
could
face.
Be, no, not quite enough yet, of course. Can't get too much from this, but we're talking one more.
No! Curbo is not going to be happy with that, but someone who will be is Aztec. That final round, poor old Curbo, that was a disaster. That was one of those rounds where just nothing goes right. But if you're in Aztec's shoes, everything went perfect.
And now winners top 32. And here we go, my friends at home. This is the point of the tournament that the players really will begin to think to themselves, hang on a minute, I'm in top 32. I'm in top 32 winners side. And then you started doing the math. How many matches?